What's up, guys? Live here in Master Duel. Happy April Fools to all. And I figured we got three of the craziest ways to win on April's Fools. It will be a showcase of a few matches, and either this clip or next clip, we will have the deck profile up as well. So we got us a Pendulum Slop being Zephyra, Endymion Soulful Cord, Tenpai Dragon, Naturia Runic. And if you guys noticed that throughout the whole entire hand of, 16 cards, this is definitely something. So the April Fool's joke is that we are playing Sky Strikers, but the thing is, no main deck Sky Striker monster cards, to be specific, the main deck monsters, because we are going to do some April Fool's jokes as much as we could. So with his hand, too much. Servant, Spell Power Mastery for the Endymion Pendulum, Fire the Droll, there's Cross Out, Simplified Game State. Keep this in mind about infinite cards, unless he's about to destroy it. There's no limit to hand size. And in this position, you got Dark Magician, the Fusion, who sooner rather than later is going to gaze for the sake of Dragoon, Endymion for the spell negate, IP for the quick link, Kulia for the negate when it comes to having an odd scale, and then Executive Caesar for the 2 special summon negates, and Solfegia in terms of monster negates before trying to resolve so that this card ends up being destroyed by all means. And of course, the counter trap, Zephyra Divine Strike, so that is another negate from the get-go. So you are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another negate out of Dragoon, which is going to be 6. So 6 negates. And then plenty interrupts out of SP as far as I imagine. But we'll see. 1 day peace, so that the opponent cannot kill me. Bamboo Sword package to work with. Area 0 for Lemnis Gate. Getting broken. Engage for drones. Shard Cannon. Hornet drones. Just so we can get some spell filler. IP Quick Link into SP. Banish Makiura. Sky Striker to work with. Getting multi-roll. Activated. Endymion negate. Golden. Engage burners. Golden. Widow Anchor Eagle Booster. Talents draw 2, Linkage Hercules base. Jimmy Wave, Kill Off, Cursed, and Coolia Link. The Cursed for Golden. Engage, Linkage. And I believe the draw was Duster. So Duster, Force Out, Zephyr Divine Strike, which is a negate. Golden. Reincarnation, Engage. Getting Linkage, drew into Droll. There's the Gaze for Dragoon. Glossed out. Last set card. Blank card was Super Poly. Linkage. Send away field spell for zeros. Zeros getting engaged. Linkage. For Kaina. Hayate. Shizuku. And the funny thing is, given the fact that we have so many spells in the graveyard, thanks to this infinite card challenge, Shizuku able to beat over Dark Dragoon. PS4 Gracia getting the glossed out happiness. Good catch. Reincarnation. Attempted to hand rip, but it was never the case. So Droll is the way to go anyway. SP. Herself and Shizuku. Lemnis Gate. 3 links. 3 spells. Return SP. Return Kagari. Just so we can open up more striker spells. Fiendsmith lines to work with. Nope. SP returns. Widow Anchor. And both of us were pretty much in a position where we are at the time limit pace, but Pendulum player timed out. Fat 56, 2 Droll, Max C, 3 Ash, 2 of which are alt arts, 3 Nibiru, Engraver, Pendulums, Soulful Quartz, Cutia, just 1, 3 Permoa, 1 of which is a royal rare, Shadal Zephyrnaga, Soulful Quartz Solfagia, just 1, 3 Servant of Endymion, Stellar Knight Sephraxiton, Soulful Core Gracia, Zephyranyu, aka Zephyr Yangzing, Chronograph Sorcerer, glossed out, Mythical Beast Jackal King, Endymion, 3 Zephyrath, 1 of which is glossed out, the only trap, Zephyr Divine Strike, spells, Raigeki, Feather Duster, 3 Zephyr Providence, 3 Spell Power Mastery, 2 Dark Ruler, Lightning Storm, 1 Soulful Cord Elegance, 3 Soulful Cord Happiness. Also, given the fact that Soulful Cord just had their support for quite some time ago, this made me think if I was to go to work with Soulful Cords again in terms of the pure version, definitely gonna have to make up space where 1 Elegance is going to be in the main deck now. 3 Oracle of Zephyra, 3 Super Poly, Call by the Grave, cross out, 3 Forbidden Droplet, the Gaze of Timaeus. Extra that consists of Mud Dragon, Garura, Super Poly targets, Necroquip via Fiendsmith lines, Glossed out Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, Dark Magician of Destruction, Executive Caesar, aka Julius Caesar on steroids, Fiendsmith's Requiem, Heavy Metal Foes Electromite, IP Masquerena, SP Little Knight, regular arts by the way, Moon, Celine, Grand Soulful Core Coolia, Exceed the Pendulum, Access Code Talker. I'm legit surprised that my opponent doesn't have the space for Sequence, Desiree, and or Beyond the Pendulum. And with this hand going first, we got us another way to win the duel by all means. Multi-roll, Mole Charmies indeed. We are going to take the Mole Charmy challenge, or in most cases, challenge accepted. Now that the one ash occurred, Real Normal Makiura the Disruptor. We are going to cover the card in that third and final matchup in a bit. Link off the two into Azalea, Phantasms, Lost Out by the way, and then simplified game state. Drew into Droll, drew into One Day Apiece, drew into Duster, get more names, drew into Jamming Wave, Card Destruction, Curse Sword, that is a miss. Golden drew into Makiura Widow Anchor. One Day Apiece drew into Droll. Get the space. Card Destruction. Mole Charmy challenge completed via Card Destruction. Maxi, 3 Ash, 1 Glossed Out, 2 Alt Arts, Ghost Bell, 3 Fulos, Lancia, Bestials, Magnamut, Druid's Worm, 2 Phantasme, 1 Glossed Out, 1 Royal, 2 Sphere Modes, one of which is Glossed Out Nibiru, Chaos Hunter, another one of those additional hand trap things, 2 Impulse, 2 Infinite Impermanence, Board Breakers, Feather Duster, Heavy Storm, Lightning Storm, Tactics Talent, 3 Super Poly, 2 Droplet, and as for Tenpai cards, 2 Genroku, Tenpai Dragon Chundra, 3 Pydra, 2 Fadra, the Honorary Fire Dragon, Dora Dora, Sangan Summoning, Sangan Kaiman. Extra deck consists of Mudragon, Garura, Earth Golem Adignister, Starving Venom, Fusion Dragon, the 4 Super Poly targets, Black Rose Dragon, 2 Sangenpai Bident, Trident, Ruddy Rose Dragon, Glossed Out Baron, Bident being glossed out, one of the 2, Bestial Dispatcher, Glossed Out Transcendent Dragion, Psychic and Punisher, Heretic Seals, Underworld Goddess. And last but certainly not least, with this hand, to be specific, this turn is going to be another one of those April's Fool's win condition. And you will see which cards that are going to do some work for this. Sky Striker cards to work with. Pick up Lemnis Gate. And all spells can't be responded thanks to multi-roll. Bamboo Sword package to work with. Drew into Trickstar Reincarnation. Drew into Engage. Drew into Foolish Goods and Linkage. Drew into one of the key cards for this hand rip. Mystical Rev Panel. Activate only when a spell card that targets one player is activated. The effect of that spell card is applied to the other player instead. Now, you might be wondering, where is this going to go? Or how do you even apply this trap card? That is a great question. Engage drew into Golden. Another key piece from match number 2 from earlier, Makiura the Destructor. If this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard, you can activate one trap card from your hand this turn, hard once on the effect. In the history of Yu-Gi-Oh's ban lists, in the early years of Yu-Gi-Oh, Makiura the Destructor, pre-errata by the way, was instant banned due to the fact that you get to trigger unlimited amount of traps from your hand, and doesn't matter how he's sent to the graveyard before the errata change. So once Konami figured out we are going to do some fixtures to Makiura, this is the part where they decided to make the card fair and balanced at this point, because obviously no one sees play in 2026. So Makiura the Destructor, Mystical Rev Panel, that's 2 of the 3 cards to perform the hand rip. The third and final card, Sylvan Charity. Draw 3. Then, if you have a Sylvan card in your hand, reveal 2, including at least 1 Sylvan card, then place them on the top of the deck in any order. Otherwise, reveal your whole entire hand, then place it on top of the deck in any order. Now, these 3 cards, to be specific, Makiura, Sylvan Charity, and Mystical Rev Panel. These 3 cards are going to perform the hand rip. Now, I'm going to slow it down so that way you guys can get the insight. Linkage, get rid of 0 because, you know, the first line of text that says can't be used as link material. So to get around that thing, we used linkage to send away zeros for Kaina, and the real normal summon was Makiura the Destructor. Monster Zone to the graveyard for the sake of linked material. Sky Striker Ace Camellia. And what's going to happen is Makiura the Destructor gets triggered once again. If this card is sent from the Monster Zone to the graveyard, you can activate one trap card from your hand this turn. So most cases, we can do either Reincarnation or perform the Degenerate Hand Rip. Sylvan Charity here. So once again, draw 3, and if you have a Sylvan card, reveal 2 from your hand, at least one Sylvan card included. Then place on top of the deck in any order. Otherwise, if you draw nothing, your whole entire hand gets revealed and then place it on top of the deck in any order. What that means is, if I don't draw into a Sylvan card, my whole entire hand is getting destroyed. But what if I told you I get to keep my entire hand to get around that circumventing strats? Mystical Ref panel is going to make sure the appropriate player gets reversed into applying that effect. Activate only when a spell card that targets one player is activated, aka Sylvan Charity, targeting me to be precise. The effect of that spell card is applied to the other player instead. So most cases, whoa! Naturia Runic. Any notable cards? Mutamorphosis. Par once on activation, tribute one fusion or synchro monster, special one monster from your deck with the same level as the tributed monster's original level, but kick it back to the hand during the end phase. And to the audience out there, don't blink or you just might miss it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your infamous hand loop. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Smash the notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And I shall catch you guys in this deck profile.